Welcome back to the channel. As everyone knows, my name's Dale Linwood. I relocated from Australia 6-7 months ago from Brisbane to Thailand. A couple comments yesterday from guys on Facebook pages. They wanted information on visas and so forth. My marriage visa is different to a single visa for the simple fact that when you're married to a Thai, I come in on a 90-day family visa, which gives me 90 days inside the country, and that allowed me to open up a bank account and also allowed me to go straight onto a retirement visa after 2 months of being in Thailand. I already had a bank account in Thailand. I just pursued and got another one just to be safe. I got two. To answer the question, I can't really answer the question I don't know about. To come through, he asked me, is it worth getting an agent? 100%. When you're a single man relocating to Thailand, for heaven's sake, use an agent. It's going to cost you, I've seen them on Facebook and around Pattaya for about 14,000 baht for your first visa. But here's the trick, okay? Here's the trick. Whenever you do a visa, especially your first time in Thailand, whatever paperwork they ask for, your agent asks for, okay? Whatever you do, keep a copy of it in a folder. Everything they ask for, keep a copy, because they won't give it back. Immigration won't give it back. The next time your visa comes around, 12 months later for renewal, you've got all the documents, and all you got to do is update your TM30, which is your registration of where you live, proof of residence. And then every 3 months, I go into John TM and no line up or nothing, to the right hand side, check in. They don't ask for a bank statement and all that sort of stuff when you check in. It's just a flash of the passport, photocopy a couple of documents out of your passport, bang, gone. I'm gone like literally 5 minutes. So to answer the question, should a single man get a visa? What visa should he get before coming? Do some homework before you come. Maybe chat to an agent, email the agents, they're really helpful. Google's a little bit confusing. I got confused off it as well. I just like that a little bit. I got confused off it as well. And luckily I got a Thai wife, so she's pretty clever. We've never paid for an agent. She's done all her visas into Australia, and she's done all her visas for me into Thailand, as well as my son's passports and so forth. So to answer that question, yeah, get an agent and keep a copy of everything. It's just so there's only one bank at the moment that's letting you open with a 3-month visa, and I think it's got to be a family visa. It can't be a tourist visa. So it's the K Bank that starts with, it's an orange and gold colour. I can't pronounce it. But if you Google it, you'll see it. I've got Bangkok Bank, which had a few problems when I got here, so I freaked out. And then I got a K Bank, which is rock solid, good history, and I'm comfortable to put funds in there. Also, a couple subjects about, I got a message for animals. A gentleman wants to retire over here next year and bring one of his animals. Yes, it can be done. Yes, it's a lot easier than it used to be. We looked into it like 10 years ago, and they wanted a dog passport, and they wanted two weeks or something in quarantine before you left, and then 2 weeks in quarantine in Bangkok and so forth. I don't know today, but I know it's a lot easier. I know the quarantine coming out of Bangkok now is a very simple process. If you go and get an agent as well for this, it's really important. They will give you the right paperwork, the right documents, the pickup dates, everything you need for that animal. It's well worth it. I know you've got to get vaccinated and stuff coming out of Australia, and he'll go in quarantine for Australia for like a week or 10 days. And then he'll go on the same plane as you. I've heard this before from a friend. He'll go on the same plane below. So when you come off of Bangkok, you actually leave with your animal, which is pretty cool. That's a good way to start your retirement in Thailand. I'd highly recommend that. I know it's probably a little bit easier. Back in the day, it was they wanted purebreds. I don't know about it anymore. They wanted purebreds with papers. Don't hold me to that. Also, I want to touch on a base. Someone commented the other day about shipping. I've already done a quick one on this before. Shipping for us, landing it, I'll start from the start. Shipping it from from Brisbane, we lived on the Gold Coast, so we rung up Cargo Masters. We rung a few around. They wanted $20,000 Australian to land it here and clear it. And I was like, $20,000? That's a lot of money. And I wanted to start with a shoulder bag and go again, but my wife was determined. She wanted all the kids' stuff and the bedroom. Fair enough. I'm so glad we done the container thing. We've got our own lounge suite and everything, all my power tools and all that sort of stuff come with us, which I am blessed to have here in Thailand. I didn't realise power tools were so expensive, right? You don't want to buy power tools for your shed in Thailand. That's phenomenal prices. Cargo Masters, I rung around, and Cargo Masters where I ended up going, Guy Colin or something on the phone. He seemed alright for the start, he was cool. A little bit hurried to get the payment. The payment was, they dropped the container off to Oxford, 20-foot container. I give them a ring when it's ready, 3 days, 4 days, 7 days, they're pretty cool. They come and picked it up, I loaded it up, they gave me some inventory to fill out. He was cool in some ways. He said, write down how many boxes are in there, don't go into too much detail. And he sort of gave wink, wink. I went, oh, okay. So I just put down power tools, kids' toys, bedroom suite. I didn't go into detail, and I was like, okay. So I just went, as the going into the container, I was like, one box of glasses, one wash machine, one bedroom, one double bed, queen size bed, whatever, and so forth. And then this is something probably really important. I need to specify this enough. When shipping to Thailand, if you don't use an agent all the way and you want to go a cheaper route like we did, and we thought we were clever and we had a Thai wife, that Thai wife's ID card is really important for the residential address. Now, my wife's Thai ID card was in the village, so it was quite hard. So I said to Cargo Masters, look, can I get you back an address, because I want the container to go to Pattaya, but we haven't got a home address yet. We're going there to buy a house. The container's going to take 4 to 6 weeks to get there. And he's like, yeah, no problem. I thought, okay, that's cool. So we'll just update you when we buy a house, and you can drop it off there or change the address, and we've got to clear it on our own. Now, he charged me just under $7,000 Australian to pick the container up full, drop it off to the airport, to the shipping boat, and send it. We had to clear it ourselves. We thought, cool, no problem. How hard could this be? Come halfway across, I was tracking it. I said to my wife, okay, we better get onto this. And next we got a phone call from a clearance agent from the wharf, and it sounded a bit spectacle to me. And I'm pretty clued up on this. I've done a little bit of shipping around the world, and I was like, nah. They're like, oh, you got to pay for this and pay for that, and I'm like, nah. We'll come and pick it up ourselves. No, you can't come in here. I'm like, okay. So we rang around. If you need the information or the people who cleared it for us, hit me in the comments. Make sure it's just Thai. And I'll send you the information we cleared. They were honest. We rang about 4 or 5 places to clear it, and they all just didn't reply. And it was just a headache. These guys were on fire. They cleared it. They were honest. They charged us one set rate, and it wasn't too bad to clear. It was like 4,000 Australian, 80,000 baht to clear it off the wharf into a container truck and deliver it to our house in Pattaya. But the trick about it is when we cleared it, she goes, your address on the shipping is in the village. Is that where it's going? And we went, no, it's not. They went, oh, we have a problem. Because by law, it's meant to go to the ID card. And we were like, oh no. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to pay for it to go all the way up there and then turn it around and bring it back to Pattaya or whatever. So we rang Cargo Masters and he just didn't want to reply to us. It was a headache. He was very rude on the phone to me, and I said to him, look, can we just change that address? That can't be done. You're going to have to pay it. I said, mate, it's just putting in an address. I bought a house to have it delivered to, but it'll make it easier for us to clear it, you know. Can we do it at your end so it's all good for the Thais to clear it? And he just didn't want to reply to my email, so I started ringing him. Would I recommend him? No. That's my honest opinion. I'm here for honesty. No, he was too interested at the start to get the credit card, and it can be done. I'm not gonna dish him too hard. I just think anyway. Cargo Masters. If the owner of Cargo Masters is out there from Brisbane, you've got a great company. You could go places, but change your receptionist, and you might expand a lot further throughout the world. Just saying. Don't fire them, just put them out in the depot somewhere else. Anyway, getting back to the story. So yeah, they cleared it for us for 80,000 baht, 4,000 Australian, and dropped it off to our house. So the total bill for that was like 6,500 to Cargo Masters, 4,000 to shipping to clear it. Total bill just under 12,000 Australian from door to door. Very stressful. If you don't know, we do now know. So if you just want to follow that avenue or go down that road, highly recommend getting your own stuff here. It was a pleasure to open the container up. No one went in there. It was exactly the way I left it, to the brim. I did the right thing. I took no petrol, no gas bottles and all that sort of stuff. I did the complete right thing, which I gave a lot of stuff away. But it's nice to open it up and see the kids' electric bikes and this and that, and all my power tools and my sheds all back to normal, and all my DeWalt stuff. I got a full rack of it, and all the kids got all his electric cars. He's got some really nice RC cars, and it was nice to have it all. Our bed alone was worth probably half of that shipping. So my wife was right again. Just don't tell her, yeah. I did have another friend. He's gone from the same area. Tony's probably watching this. Tony, he's got a link there as well if someone wants to use it. Australia-wide, I think, as well. He went door to door, 40-foot container to the village, and he had to do the same thing. I think went down to Bangkok to sign some paperwork to clear it. It was a bit of a headache. But his 40-foot container to the village, door to door, was just on 20,000. So for us to clear a 20-foot container, door to door, Pattaya, first timers, for 11,000. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Sorry, I'm just getting eaten by ants. What else? The visas. My visa. I stay on a non-O visa, retirement, for 12 months, and then they go on to another visa. Whenever you come here and you go from a Thai family visa, like I did when you're married to a Thai family visa for 3 months, and then you go on to your O visa, don't get caught like I did. I followed Google and it said go get health insurance, go get this, go get this, go get this. So I went and got the basic cover to suit my visa, and I got to immigration and I handed all this paperwork in for my retirement visa after being here 2 months, and they said we don't need that insurance. Huh? We don't need that insurance, you need that next year. Oh man, I did need the 800,000 baht in the bank, all that sort of stuff for 2 months. So so get back to the story. Don't get health insurance here straight away. Go confirm it with immigration first, and then go source out. I used AXA. Cost me like 8,000 or 10,000, 400 or 500 Australian for basic cover for a retirement visa, which I didn't need, but I've still got it. So if I do come off a bike, less I'm okay for it. I think they pay for the first 400,000 baht, and I pay for the rest if I get damaged at all. It's just a basic cover. My little fella, Gian, you'll notice I speak about him a lot. He's everything to me. He's got full health cover insurance through his school that come with the fees, which is pretty awesome. His sign-up fee for his school, for his international school, he's at best just off Superbit Road there. Mixed reviews about the place before we went there. Mixed reviews when we first signed him up. A little bit, not rude, just I don't know, maybe my appearance or the way I am or my wife is. She's been in Australia way too long. She's pretty straightforward. She's polite and all that sort of stuff, but I guess when you've been in a foreign country for 12 years or 13 years, most of it actually stayed there full time. You grow to be like that. I see it in her day-to-day life trying to get by in Thailand. She's starting to come around. She's like has one attitude for the family, and then one face, not attitude, but a face for the next family. It's quite interesting to watch. Good morning, sir. We pay $2,000 Australian, $40,000 to sign them up, and then there's 2 terms per year for that school, and those 2 terms cost me about the same as well. So you pay the initial registering fee, and then you pay your traditional term fees, and I think that was like 30,000 baht, so it's $1,500 Australian every 6 months. And the school uniforms are not too bad either. It cost me like $500 or $600 Australian, and the school books was exactly the same, $500 Australian per term. There's 2 terms. And also, just for a heads up about education, I rate the school now. He's developing skills that he never did in the West. He's coming home with way less bullying, less attitude, less drama. He'd come home from school with us, and he'd take that school, the boys that he was hanging out with, bring that home with him. This school he's not. He's coming home and he's just himself, which is a pretty nice feeling when you're not getting that sort of treatment when you get home. And in Australia, I used to yap him about, leave that at school, don't speak to me like that, and so forth. At this school, that's not gone. Respect is a huge thing. And he said the other day, I love my school so much, but they're pretty strict, Dad. They're pretty strict. I'm like, they are not, man. That strict's awesome. He goes, no, you've got to be very polite and wait your turn where he goes, in Australia, you just stick your hand up and start yelling, and everyone starts yelling in the class. The teacher starts screaming, sit down. And I mean, every class he had in Australia, the teacher had to have mental health leave. God bless her. She used to scream, and I wondered why. And I went and seen the class. Yeah, I'd be screaming too. And I apologised to GR, and I apologised to my wife. The teacher does a fantastic. It's the kids. It's not the teacher. And some of the classes he went through, he'd burn through 3 teachers in a year, no drama, and a couple teacher helps as well. Just ferocious schooling. That was in Oxford. They had some fantastic teachers, but I tell you, they earned every dollar. They deserved every dollar, and respect that they deserve, man. That's a hard job. It's something I couldn't do anyway. Not with those children. They're nasty, man. Getting back to it, yeah, we're happy. We're happy with the container. We're happy with the storage. I want to talk about a couple other subjects about relationships in Thailand. In the next few days, I'll bring it up. I'm getting asked constantly about, I'd like to come over there and find true love. There's a few videos on that on YouTube already, and Facebook or whatever, where I want to give my version and where you want to look and where you don't want to look, and my experience before I got married, where I should have looked. So, I mean, my first trip was over 20 years ago, and a lot of those first years in Thailand, I was coming 10 weeks on at home and then 4 weeks off coming to Thailand. And everyone who knows me, especially on my page, on my Facebook and so forth, they know how much I spend time over here. A little bit of rain would come on site, and I'm in the office, and I'm like, the rain's coming, I'm gone for 10 days, and I'm gone, you know. And saying that though, I'd come here and I'd train, and the first 4 or 5 years, I'd eat, sleep, and train Muay Thai. And then as I got better and better at that sport and more confident, it changed the way I speak, my appearance, the energy I give off. It gave me a lot of structure. That's probably a good word for it, structure. It doesn't matter if someone else thinks they're better than me, 100%. You want to think that, that's cool, man. I'll shake your hand and pat you on the back and you have a nice day. Where 15 years ago it wasn't like that. I just feel the water, and there's none of that left anymore. I'm not sure if it just come with age or more. It felt like it come with more experience. I got more experience in the ring and more experience in training and more confident I got. And I never shied away from anything, but you can tell you can tell the confidence is there, and it's not just full of himself. I get a few remarks on my Facebook. Oh, he's got a big head or a full of himself. No, I'm confident in my own ability, and not much scares me. That's a gift. That's a gift that I created, and it's a gift that I'd like to share with somebody or someone who watches this, wherever you are in the world. I hope you enjoy what I'm saying. It's pretty interesting. If I could give out something in my world, that I'd give out some of the streetwise and the memories and experience I got from where I am to where I am today. I created not just a lifestyle or a future for me or my family. I achieved what I wanted to achieve in my life, and that was clearing my headspace and understanding how important focus, your mental health, and being confident to speak the way I speak today. It's gobsmacking from where I come from and how much I worked on myself, and I guess it's rewards to all the things that happened, from my first relationship with children, my marriage now, the ups and downs that's had, the child I've got now. My mum passed away 7 months ago, God rest her. All those things come into play. I watched her struggle the last 18 months, 2 years of her life, and it was hard to say goodbye to her, and it still affects me every day. But I knew, and she knew too, that I was waiting for her to pass before I jumped on the boat to come over to Thailand to retire. And the day she passed is basically the next day I put everything up for sale. And life's too short, eh guys? She passed at 70 years old, and I just turned 50. And I'm thinking, wow, my father, he passed when he was like 51, 52. He had a flutter and had a heart attack, fell over and died. So that's probably the reason why I do stay quite active, and I try and live for the day. I'm thinking, okay, if there's 20 more Christmases, or 20 more birthdays, or 20 more anniversaries, or it's my Thai anniversary today, my wedding anniversary. Thank you everyone. My beautiful wife, she's gorgeous. If I've got 20 of those days left, New Year's and so forth, man, I better make the most of it, because I'm not going to spend it doing the trade that I've been doing for the last 25 years, or paying taxes like that for the next 25 years. I ain't doing it. This rule book that somehow society, especially in the West, that they seem to think that from January, you work from January to April and give that to the tax, and you get the rest of the year for working your butt out. The society to think that, when there's so much natural resources and ports and all that sort of stuff where they can sting everyone for taxes and so forth. Why do we have to work from January to February for them to give it away to other countries? Anyway, that's my personal. That's the reason I left. I didn't leave there. I left there comfortably. I didn't leave there like a multi-millionaire. I weighed it up, and I knew that if I've got food and a nice house and some investment properties, I am rich. I am rich in my own head. For the simple fact is, you can't take it with you. I can't take it with me. So, I mean, if they pay for a bit of food for my family, and I've got investments back at home in Australia and so forth, and that gives me some sort of thing to turn over in Australia and leave that ticking over, I feel like I'm accomplishing what I wanted to accomplish in life. And if tomorrow was my last day on this earth, I could say that I've lived my life to the best I can, and that's the most important thing to me. If anyone out there wants some spontaneous, like and share this. I've got some real good stuff coming up. We're waiting for January to get over, and then February. It's too expensive to travel through Asia and whatnot for us, because we live here at this time of year. A guy commented, you should do some more traveling, Dale. 110%. That's why I moved here. Bangkok, Thailand is central to the world. I want to go to the Greek islands. I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to South Africa. I want to do all those things, but I want to do it at a decent rate. I'm not here to flaunt money. I'm not here to run myself into the ground at those sort of rates or those prices of travel. I'm not doing that. That's not me. I'm into value for life. And if I've got to wait 4 weeks or 6 weeks, I'll wait 4 or 6 weeks and go and enjoy my time over there when there's no one there, because it'll be low season. Just like in Songkran here in April, I ain't doing that again. I've done the water fights in Thailand. This year we'll go to Japan or China or just somewhere else. I'm not playing that game again. Has anyone experienced it? Tell me in the comments below. Songkran, Thai New Year. It's a water fight for 7 days in Pattaya. It's crazy, man. It's something that everyone should share at least once or twice in their life. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's in YouTube. It's amazing. It's get ready for it. It's awesome. Anyway, that's enough of my dribble for today. I'll come back and have a chat tomorrow. Any other questions, hit me in the comments. I'm pretty straightforward, happy to share details and make someone's life easier to relocate to Thailand. That's what I come.